Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today I have a few questions. Can I analyze Anthony Quinn Warner, the Nashville bomber? And what are the 5G and alien lizard person conspiracy theories? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I'll put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. I also have new alien lizard person merchandise available. I'll put the link for that in the description as well. So I'll start with the timeline of the crime, and then I'll move to the analysis. This case starts on December 25, 2020. At 1:22 a.m., an RV is parked on 2nd Avenue North in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This was near an AT&T transmission building. Several hours later, a message starts broadcasting from the RV. First, it sounds like gunshots, then a voice starts playing. It's a voice of a female, and it appeared to be generated by a computer. It said, "The area must be evacuated now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now." The message also contained parts of the song Downtown, which was released in 1964. A 15-minute countdown started. The police responded at 5:30 a.m. to a report of gunshots. They heard the broadcast and helped evacuate the area. At 6:30 a.m., a bomb inside the RV exploded, injuring 3 people and causing significant damage to dozens of surrounding buildings, but there were no fatalities other than Anthony Quinn Warner, who was inside the RV. Mobile phone service and some other services were affected because of damage to the AT&T transmission building. It did not take long for the FBI to figure out that the vehicle was being driven by a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner. His DNA was found at the scene, and the vehicle was registered to him. 2 days after the bombing, investigators announced that Warner was the perpetrator and he acted alone. Here's what is known at this point about Anthony Quinn Warner. Warner grew up in Antioch, Tennessee, which is near Nashville. He graduated from high school in the mid-1970s and had various jobs related to information technology. Around the same time, he repeatedly told a friend about how he hated police officers. In 1978, he was arrested for felony drug possession. He served 2 years of probation. He lived alone in his house. He was not married. He would travel out to local businesses on occasion and fix computers. He tended to several dogs. Mostly he kept to himself. He occasionally worked in his yard, but if a neighbor approached him, he would talk to them. He had security cameras and additional lights mounted on the outside of his house. In August of 2019, an attorney representing Warner's girlfriend called the police, who went to the girlfriend's residence. She told them that Warner was building bombs in an RV at his house. Her attorney told the police that Warner frequently talked about the military and bomb making, and he said that he believed Warner knew what he was doing and was capable of making a bomb. The police went to visit Warner at his home, but he didn't answer the door, and that was the end of their investigation. A few months before the crime, a lawsuit between Warner and his mother was concluded. The dispute was about ownership of a family home. About a month before the bombing, he transferred ownership of the house where he lived for many years to a 29-year-old woman in Los Angeles named Michelle Swing. She previously lived in Tennessee. Swing received a house from Warner in 2019 as well. She denied knowing anything about the transfer in 2020. Warner told a company who he worked for as a consultant he was no longer going to work. He was retiring. A few weeks before the bombing, he moved the RV into his yard. Warner gave his car away and told the recipient he had cancer. The day before the bombing, a neighbor pulled over to talk to Warner at Warner's mailbox. He asked Warner if Santa was going to bring him anything good for Christmas. Warner replied, "Yes, I'm going to be more famous. I'm going to be so famous, Nashville will never forget me." It has been reported that Warner had some unusual beliefs. He was heavily invested in several conspiracy theories, potentially including the 5G conspiracy theory and the alien lizard people conspiracy theory. Investigators are looking into a theory that Warner used to hunt for alien lizards in a nearby state park. So what could be going on in a situation like this? More information is coming out about Warner just about every day. I imagine this will continue for a while, so the picture of Warner should become clearer over time. At this point, I can only speculate about his personality and motive based on the limited information available. It appears as though Warner could adapt to a variety of situations. He seemed to function well at work. They said he was professional. His neighbors didn't know a lot about him. However, as I mentioned, he would talk to them from time to time. He was described as quiet, polite, odd, a loner, and a nerd. It seems clear that Warner was fairly intelligent and had a number of technical skills. Preparations for the bombing probably took quite some time. Clearly, surviving was not part of his plan. Carrying out the attack on Christmas morning and having the warning broadcast from the RV suggests that he had no interest in killing anyone else. If his target was the AT&T transmission building, this would be consistent with the 5G conspiracy theories and the fact that some time ago his father had worked for Bell South, which was acquired by AT&T in 2006. Warner's choice of song, Downtown, could be a reference to being alone, or it could simply be an attempt at humor. It's not a song that would normally drive people away. If he wanted to do that, he should have played something by Miley Cyrus or Justin Bieber. Of course, that could have caused a stampede, so it's really dangerous no matter how you look at it. If he played one song from each, that would cause so much destruction, the bomb would become superfluous. Let's take a look at the two specific conspiracy theories that were mentioned in relation to Warner. I'll start with the 5G and move to the lizard people. The 5G conspiracy theory suggests that evildoers are using 5G for a variety of purposes. They say that 5G is used to control emotions of the population. Emotions do not have any particular frequency. Radio frequency radiation cannot affect emotions. They say that 5G is causing mental and physical harm. Research has repeatedly demonstrated this is not the case. For example, the frequency range of 5G is non-ionizing. It doesn't have the energy to break apart DNA or cause other cell damage. They say that 5G is used to spy on people. Well, I suppose anything can be used to spy on people. If there are a bunch of elite evildoers, why would they need something like 5G? They could use any type of technology. The alien lizard humanoid conspiracy theory has a few different versions. Here's an overview of the theory based on many of the common factors. We see this race of shape-shifting aliens from another planet, millions of miles away, has infiltrated Earth. They have operatives posing as humans in powerful families, royalty, big corporations, public offices, and in Hollywood. These alien lizards have a variety of goals, including world domination, causing general mayhem, and collecting negative energy to send back to their planet. The negative energy goal ties in with the general mayhem. The lizard people are attempting to cause more negative emotions. Considering how bad 2020 was, one would think that the lizard people have all the negative energy they could possibly use, like their tanks or capacitors are full. I'm wondering if they didn't actually get overloaded, so maybe their technology was damaged. How can one spot these alien lizard humanoids? Well, there's no way to know, but I have a few theories. I would imagine that they would support endangered reptiles. Their favorite Muppet would be Kermit the Frog, and they are probably big fans of the Jurassic Park and Godzilla movies. As I mentioned, Anthony Warner may have tried to hunt alien lizards in a nearby state park, but this just shows a fundamental lack of understanding of these lizards. Alien lizard people are busy trying to dominate the world. They do not have time for recreation. If Warner believed in a conspiracy theory that combined 5G with the lizard people, this could explain his behavior. He took out 5G with an explosion, but he didn't kill any innocent people. Therefore, he avoided creating extra negative energy for the alien lizards. Many people think of these conspiracy theories as harmless, but Warner demonstrates that nonsensical beliefs can turn into dangerous actions. As far as Warner's mental health, as I mentioned before, there's just not a lot of information available. Based on the nature of his beliefs, his isolated lifestyle, and his high functioning, it is possible that he had cluster A personality features, like characteristics from paranoid, schizoid, or schizotypal personality disorders. He may have been a gullible, paranoid loner who did not desire close relationships. He alienated family members, he did not make a special effort to connect with his neighbors, and he had a distrust of the government. Unable to fulfill any meaningful purpose in life conventionally, he attempted to become famous through criminal activity, which he may have committed thinking that he was saving people. Those are my thoughts on Anthony Quinn Warner. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be interesting. Thanks for watching.